Well, you can't do Tewkesbury Abbey Caravan and Motorhome Club site and not go and see Tewkesbury Abbey. Well, you can see it from here. It's right on the doorstep and it is stunning. So I went around it today, both outside and in. A nice lady on the door gave me an information leaflet, which was really useful, because it's got a little guide inside, tells you all about it. And I guess one of the most fascinating things that I thought anyway was that in 1540, after the dissolution of the monasteries, King Henry VIII owned it. He'd taken all the valuables out, but he still owned the buildings, and he kept ownership of the valuables. And then he charged the townspeople £453 to buy it back, which they did. So 453 quid, I think that was a great investment. I've no idea what that is in today's money. I can only imagine. But the place is priceless. Come and see. So we're off to Tewkesbury Abbey. Lots of van up, and the Abbey is just across the road. Catch us when we're there. So I'm approaching it from the other side. Before you get there, there's more half-timbered buildings. And the Abbey is just there. This is the main entrance to the Abbey. Beautiful gates, very ornate. The Abbey, and a row of yew trees. The Abbey itself is apparently one of the oldest parish churches in the UK. Yeah, it's not a cathedral, it's a parish church. There's been a place of worship on this site for 900 years, but the current building apparently dates back to the 1200s. Lovely peaceful grounds, beautifully kept. These wonderful columns are apparently Norman. They are huge. But the vaulting that you see on the ceilings is 14th century. Like so many places like this, it's evolved over the years, with different generations putting their mark on it. We look right down the nave. So this is the choir, quite magnificent. And if you look to the ceiling, you'll see the sun. That apparently was put there as a memorial for the York victory over the Lancastrians at the Battle of Tewkesbury in 1471. And on the floor, under the sun, is a plaque. Edward, Prince of Wales. Beautiful, beautiful. It's strangely ornate and yet simple in design at the same time. And we'll turn around and look back through the choir, down the nave, and the wonderful stained glass windows the other end. And of course, no parish church is complete without its organ. Beautifully quiet side chapel. Very strange arrangement in this side chapel. We've got rubber ducks. It's a very ornate tomb here. The dispenser tomb. This was erected in 1349 for Hugh, Baron of Despencer, by his wife, Elizabeth. This is the tomb of Sir Guy de Brian. He was a knight. In fact, he was also a seafarer who took Calais in the 1300s. More rubber ducks, this time around the organ pipes. The Grove organ. There must have been a sermon or two delivered from here. So I'm going all round the outside of the abbey. Lovely lady explained the route to me. That's Abbey House. This is the outside of the entrance with the big stained glass window. Quite magnificent. And back round to Abbey House. I don't know whether that is the equivalent of a vicarage or what, but it's a beautiful old building. Now I've made you dizzy, we'll continue our walk round the outside of the abbey. It looks different from every perspective, but all of them beautiful. Remnants of old gravestones here. So weathered and worn you can't read them. But at least they're still in the precincts of the church. Still on consecrated ground. Very weathered stonework on this part. They've even got a dog bowl. And there was a dog inside who I gave a lovely little fuss to. So, if you've got a dog, and it wasn't a guide dog or a hearing dog or any sort of assistance dog, you can bring your dog and not miss out. Take a look at one of the side towers. Lovely view with the sun behind it. And I'm stood by this magnificent beech tree. As I walk back to the van, you'll hear the Abbey clock chiming midday. Don't need a watch on this site. Well, it's the afternoon now, late afternoon of our last day in Tewkesbury. Oh, it's been lovely. We're off in the morning. We're going back to Crossways. I do hope the deer is still there. But Tewkesbury has been super. And I have to say, I'm coming back again. Just be careful in case it floods. But other than that, this has been such a beautiful 4 days. And probably one of the most interesting places we visited. We haven't done it justice. We need to take more time over it. But at least I have been round a lot of the town, seen the historic buildings, we've seen the river, we've seen the beautiful Abbey, and we hope you've enjoyed seeing it with us. So, we'll catch you on the next one, and we're not quite sure what that will be, because we're off to Crossways, back to Winchester, and back home to Guernsey. So, who knows what's going to come up in between. Whatever does, we'll bring it to you. If it doesn't, well, see what happens. In the meantime, give us a thumbs up if you like, if of course you do. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.